think the tendency was because you had two storms headed into the New York, New Jersey area. I mean, the Sandy comparisons are understandable, but these were two different storms with two different hazard profiles. I think one of the reasons that there were some comparisons to Sandy is there were some indications in the model earlier on that there might be a left turn more into New York, but that fizzled, and those of us that were watching that kind of knew that that was going to happen. The key point here is Sandy really was a surge event, and I think there was wind. This storm from the start, and I wrote about this in Forbes on Friday, was going to be, and from my lens, a big rain problem, flood problem. So the one big similarity to Sandy is that this storm, like Sandy, is in the process of transitioning from being a tropical system, one that gets its energy from the ocean, to an extratropical system, one that gets its energy from differences in the air masses in terms of their temperature. That's called extratropical transition. Both of those storms did that, and we see that often with these types of storms. But from the start, I was always more worried about the rainfall and flooding profile of Henri more so than Sandy, which was really, to me, a different type of storm. The heavier rains were just literally sitting in one place. That's a very common phenomenon in meteorology called training. If you go back and look at Hurricane Harvey in Houston, though you had the storm sitting essentially over parts of Houston and so forth, just to the east of Houston, you had these bands setting up and you had training. And so that's why you were getting such unbelievable flood totals or rainfall totals in Harvey. You're seeing a little bit of that with this band training into the New Jersey, New York area, even as the storm itself is further to the east and northeast. If you look at a radar image of the storm, you've got the storm moving inland now and likely weakening as it transitions to an extratropical system. But to the west side of the storm, you've got this banding feature that literally has been stationary and just sitting there and dumping rain. And that's something that will be a significant hazard for the New Jersey and New York area.